Hi, guys. Hello, hello. Let's see who's all here. Posting in the group right now. So give me a second. Hello, hello. We'll give everybody a little bit to get in because everybody's always sort of a little slow getting in at first. Everybody, a couple more minutes and then we'll go ahead and start. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. We'll see. Give everybody a little bit to come in. Hey, Melissa. How are you tonight? Did you have a good day? My day was pretty busy. Of course, we've got all our spring flowers and such. So I actually made canned jelly today. So it's been a busy day for me. But not too bad. I actually canned 12 pints of dandelion jelly and 12 pints of violet jelly and redbud jelly. So been sort of busy doing that. It wasn't a super lot of, it wasn't too bad. It was just busy. It goes really fast, so it wasn't too bad, but I'm gonna masterboard today just because I want to create some pages that I can scan, like collage pages that I can reuse over and over again. So I'm gonna start with, I got some old book pages that I'm trying to use up because I'm tired of them sitting around just taking up space. And I've got some old, let me grab some old music. It was fun. And of course, you know, with 4 kids, I mean, they go through jelly like crazy. So, and I did clean in my craft room some, but that sort of, you know, goes around in circles. I pick something out and clean it up, and then I end up pulling it out again. And so it just, you know, goes around in circles. It seems like you pick it up, you put it away. You pick it up, you put it away. And I've got some doilies. And I like using the big ones for these because, I mean, unless you cut them up, they don't work as well in journals. I don't like them in journals as well. So, grab one of those little big ones over here. And then I've got 2 different color Mod Podges. I've got my regular and my vintage Mod Podge. That's what I do. I pick it up and I use it, and then I go, oh, I'm going to put this away so I don't lose it. Boom. Last time I seen it. That's just the way. I don't know why. These are old encyclopedia pages, so I'm just going to rip these into pieces, and it doesn't matter what they are. But yeah, I pick stuff up and move it around, and it just goes in circles. Hey, Carol. How's Carol today? Did you have a good day? It seemed like a long day for me today, too. I don't know why. It just seemed like today took a long time. Yeah, Giggles is here, but she's in the other room. Giggles! Carol said hi. Oh. And I want to start out with just sort of a basic neutral tone page that I can add anything to. So, are you sleepy? Yep, we are doing great. My oldest son barbecued chicken on the grill today, so that was nice, and I didn't have to cook. And my oldest daughter made all the side things, and well, so they were doing all that. So I sort of got a lazy day, which was nice because I had a lot of stuff to do. Oh, I wanted to tell you, Melissa, we were talking about, remember let me pull one out. Remember I showed you the tablecloth yesterday, the vinyl, and we were talking about whether it worked or not? So I wanted to play with that today. So I may do some of that too to show you how easy it is. I just used one of these text pages that was all text, and it Mod Podged right on there. And then I inked it up. So I made this cute little, you know, like the little bags. Super easy, and then inked it up, and I mean, it turned out great. So I'm anxious to do that. So I may, the next masterboard I may do that and show you, but I love the way that it turned out. And I mean, and then you've got that paper inside, so it's not that plasticky. But here's the funny thing, because I mean, you find these old vinyl tablecloths all over the place for a little bit of nothing. Like these were $1 a piece, 52 by 70 inches. You know how many you could make out of there? It's crazy. But, and I mean, you could cover them up with anything. Well, you know, if you paint over them, you're going to create a different color and all that. So I thought it worked out really well. But it feels like wallpaper, like a faux wallpaper. So I think if you got some really, I'm going to look around and see if I can find some vintage ones that are this real thin. And I mean, like if you were doing a baby's journal, I mean, you could use this for a lot of different journals. And if you like, well, okay, this is, let me grab, where's my, there it is. Depending on what ink you use over top of it, it really changes. Oh, wow, I didn't do that right, did I? Where'd it go? Open the thing. It didn't want to come out. I'm sitting there going, I don't know why I didn't get ink. Well, I did that over my background. I didn't want to do that, but. And because this is white and it's that plastic, you can literally go over it with any color you want. Well, I mean, of course, you know, with being distress ink, water. Well, hi, Nettie.
What's up, Neds?
What are you eating good today? So, I mean, you can cover this with the blue. Then, of course, I'd cover it with a little bit of Mod Podge to cover it because of being distress ink and the water, if water got on it for some reason. But, like, when you cover it with the blue even, you get a different tone to it. And to me, this makes it have more of a vintagey feel. The blue does, or the brown. Because, I mean, like, that's what it looked like before. That's what it looked like with the blue ink. So, I mean, it really does change the overall look to it a lot. Carol, what I did is I just used text pages, book pages behind it. I'll show you in a little bit when we get ready.
Let me grab one.
Let
me grab one of the pages.
No, I have a whole container of them here, though. Thank you. Let me put this over here out of the way. I know. I'm thinking of all the different. Can I have that?
Just a second.
I'm thinking of all the different kind of tablecloths you can buy for a little bit of nothing. And that's the kind of stuff that goes on clearance all the time. And you get like 30 cents at the dollar store or whatever. Here, honey.
I wanted to get all the stuff off the rim so it wouldn't stick to the jar.
Okay, so this is just a manila folder that I've cut down because I bought a bunch of manila folders and how they normally are. I bought them and
those are for mushroom soup and ground beef sauce. Sounds good.
Ooh.
Speaking of
that does sound good.
I'm gonna go eat a ham sandwich.
That sounds really good. Did you make it homemade, Nettie? Yeah, I think it looks really, really vintage. I'm going to use this one since it already has the corner here, and then we can add some other stuff to it. But I wanted to do some like different layers to create like more of just a really nice neutral background that because sometimes you want just something really basic and neutral that you can just, you know, put anything with. And that's what I wanted. I'm not worried about this cross-contaminating into my vintage because this is Mod Podge with vintage, so it's not going to hurt it any. I have another brush to put back in here, but because this creates sort of the brown tone. So some of them will come out sort of dark and some of them will be light. And I just randomly put mine down. I don't like putting all of it in the same spot. Oh, your husband made it? My husband is an awesome cook. But he does, I'm more of a home style cook. I do, you know, more like, you know, I mean, I cook. I love to bake. Baking is my thing. I love to bake. I'll have to bake some stuff and why can't I can't let you guys taste it, can I? That's funny. But I love to bake. So I bake all the time. I love baking homemade bread and rolls and homemade donuts and all that kind of stuff. But my husband now, he cooks like gumbo and stuff like that. He's, homemade spaghetti sauce and all of this stuff. And I'm more of your home style cook. And so for this background, I'm literally just going to sort of cover it with text and music and doilies and just sort of create that nice neutral tone. Then I'll go in and I'll ink some of it and just scatter it around. Then I had some other pages here that I wanted to use. Let me grab those. I do have some of my different colored pages that I thought would look really good in the background. So I may use some of those. Oh, I know. Now, next week, because I'm going to try to do this every Sunday and sort of do like a master board and add. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan it and upload it to the Facebook group. And I'll probably upload it to Google Drive and link it here too on the YouTube thing, on the YouTube channel. And I'm going to do it. But next week, I'm actually making a binder that I'm going to keep all of mine in. That's not wanting to stay down. But I wanted to create just some really nice neutral backgrounds. Nettie, that's how I was when I was a kid. Like my dad worked in he always worked in factories, or he did long haul semi driving. And so, he would travel across the United States, sometimes 2,000-3,000 miles. And so my mom and my brother and I always, well, I mean, when we were little, we didn't because we were too little. But I mean, as soon as we got old enough to mow or whatever, we did the mowing and, weed eating and, of course, gardening and canning and all of that stuff we did. Which, I mean, a lot of kids don't do that nowadays. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Carol, is put them on there. And that's why they're all in. I mean, because, you do them, but then you're like, well, what do you do with them? So we're going to make a binder, not a binder, but a journal to put them in. And then, if you want to, what I'm going to do with mine, this is my idea. Of course, I have a scanner, so it makes it a little easier, like a copier printer scanner. But you can put yours in the journal. Then when you want to use it, you can flip through, and if you want to use a whole page, you have a whole page. Or if you just want to, grab a section of a page, you can just rip it off. So that's my sort of idea behind it. Make sure it's all staying down. Let's see. Let's pull off a little more of this blue. And I mean, because you have it, but then, if you're like me, I put stuff up and then, if I can find it is the question of the day when I need it. Because I can move it to pull this out, or I, put it over here so I can get to this. And the next thing I know, I'm digging through piles of stuff. And with this, you can just put it on your shelf where you do your journal. And not only that, but you can use it as a reference for ideas. you could actually journal on it if you want to journal on it. I mean, so you completely have the freedom to use it for whatever you want to use it for. But I wanted a really nice, just sort of plain, neutral page on the back. I have tons of scraps in all different colors, but I wanted that nice tone in the back. Yes, we are, Carol. Well, there's always that one Nettie who maybe he didn't do anything. That's funny. Let me find some doily. Put the big hat over there. I always put stuff down, and what I do, and you guys probably have do the same thing I do, but what I do is I put it up and I go, I'm going to put this here so I can remember where it's at. And that's the last that I remember of it until I go looking for it. This has holes in it, but I sort of like that, adding that to it. I have some of this too. This sort of a bluey. It sort of follows along with that same tone. Let me put some more up here in the corner of that. Really like that. I think I'm actually going to put some over here just to add sort of a little color and break that up a little bit.
Is that collage?
Yeah. Let me try to sort of wipe up here because I can feel my paper sticking to it all crazy. Yep. And if I can promise you, if I put it up and go, I'm putting this up so I can remember where I put it, I'm done. I have just destined myself never to be able to find it again.
Unless you're looking for something else, and then you find it.
Yeah, and then I accidentally find it and went, oh, this is where this is. I meant to.
Says those look like the collars that I have, blue and coffee dyed.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I love the colors that it does. And to me, that's just a real neutral background you can use for anything. Oh, the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's put another. Ooh, that's a real weird shape. And I'll put this over here on this long side over here.
Looks like a bullhorn.
Looks like a bullhorn.
Yeah, you know the logo for Texas and all that.
Put that along the edge since that straight ends there anyway. I might as well use it. Sticking where it's starting to dry. Let's see. What do I want to put up here? Let's put a little text page would look cute. Let's put that on top here. Yeah, and these are like super easy to do, especially if you have like, and I mean, who doesn't have a bunch of scraps sitting around? But you can use like magazines and all that kind of stuff.
Have you used torrent pictures like legit photo paper? Like legit Yeah.
And then I'm going to put this, I'm going to actually let this like straddle a couple of them here because it's going to show through underneath. So I'm going to let that sort of show through under the background there. I need one little piece there. Let's do a little piece of music. Well, I'll do a little piece of this, but I'll use the inside part of it that's that light blue and not so much with the green on it. Oh, Nettie said hello, Giggles. Okay, let me dry this real fast. The one thing I love about this is it does not take long to dry. And then I'll trim it down. Melissa said hello. And I love how the Mod Podge builds up around like the little sections and sort of, especially when you use the vintage photo one that I made, and it sort of has this like dark outline. So it really looks like you sort of inked up around the edges, even though you didn't ink it. Whoops. Little section didn't want to stick there. So I think it's pretty well. Nope, I think we're pretty well dry. Okay, so the back's yucky where all the moisture always comes through the back of it. Okay, sort of hit the back of it where it's sort of wet there. Okay, I'll trim up the page, and again, this is just a piece of old file folder. You can use magazines. Wow, I don't know where I got from napkin to magazines, but it jumped there. No clue. Okay. So there's that. And then I'm thinking I want to put some layers on here. I'm going to put that through the printer and hit color copy. Hit copy and then hit color. And it'll come out automatically and then bring it back. So let me get down here. The scanner part. I think I'm going to put this over on the background because I think all that would show through and it will be really, really pretty. So I will just lay this here. Hopefully you guys can sort of see that. And I'm just going to lay this page on top of it to sort of use as a sort of a template, I guess. I'm not going to cut it exact because I'll just trim it up once I Mod Podged it. And I did use my dryer on that little envelope that I did, and it didn't melt the vinyl or anything. Now, I didn't put it super close, and so, I mean, that may have affected it not like melting or anything, but so we'll do this and add some lace and some buttons while she's color copying that. So oh, you're loading paper. Okay, I was trying to make sure she was loading paper over there. Okay. Okay. So while I'm doing that, I will show you one thing, because somebody had said something last night when we were talking, and I was talking about the little towels, and they're like the little dish towels you get at the dollar store for like $1. Because I got some of the ones yesterday that I showed you that I was talking about cutting out to glue on and stuff. So like this one is one I found a while ago. It says enjoy the little things. It's got the butterflies. So I did in my extra time today, I'll try to put them over here so you can see them, die cut some of the little like butterflies and little bees out. And like, I mean, they cut out really well. So they did really well. And then like there's the little blue one and some of the little flowers. And then I actually cut the words out too. Enjoy the little things. So I thought I would use that on my page today because I love that. So I may add some butterflies too. So like there's my master page, and then she scanned it. Or this isn't scanned. If you scan it, it would have a higher quality. But this is just the copy, the color copy. So, you know, to use as a background page though, like for the back of tags and stuff like that, if you're reusing, you know, a vintage or, you know, like with the green or the, you know, the little bit of the blue. And I am running low on ink, so some of this color may have been Ebnu ink on my way. So we're going to keep adding to this. So let's put this vinyl on. Let me think if I want to use the vintage or if I want to use, oh yeah, we got to go with the vintage because let me put the lid on this regular Mod Podge. Oh, Nettie, fun. Yes. And I'm getting ready to do a sewing journal that has tons of stuff. Hello, Elizabeth. Let me grab a drink of water real fast, guys. Okay. So let me put my in water here. How are you tonight, Elizabeth? So I know we've got Melissa here, and Carol's here, and Nettie's here, and Elizabeth is here now. Who's that fifth, sixth person lurking? There's people lurking. Now I do, when I'm doing the vinyl, I try to make sure I Mod Podge like a big area, because once you get going, you want to keep going with it. Okay, so try to do half at a time. And again, this is just vinyl tablecloth, the real El Cheapo, super thin, one layer, sort of generic ones that you can buy at like the Dollar Tree or the dollar store. See? And you got to be really careful, but it does work. I got mine like too far over. Let's see, that should be far enough over. Is it over? Yep. Trying to make sure I have it over enough where it'll cover all my paper. Yep. I do have a wrinkle up here. And you can like, well, I'll show you. You can, what I do is just, instead of using my brush, I sort of wipe it over with my hand. I like the wrinkles in there because I'm going to go back through in a minute when I go through with my ink. Oh, awesome, Elizabeth. I will definitely have to check it. I'll go back through and ink it. And when I do, those little wrinkles that are in there, oh my gosh, it'll blow your mind. They turn out so cute. So, and then I just take this and sort of pull it back a little bit farther than where well, that was a bunch, but thank God it spreads. And then I just sort of pull it back, you know, a little bit farther than where I glued. And that lets me apply that glue. Oh, okay. I have giggles, get it. Go in on my Facebook group. Hey, pull up my Facebook page.
Yes, ma'am.
Elizabeth posted some new gel prints. Yay, we love Elizabeth's gel prints. And I make sure I do a good, nice coat because, again, this is vinyl, so you want to put some extra. Did you buy that Mod Podge or did you make it, Elizabeth? Oh, I'm going to get right to the edge. Did you approve it?
Mm-hmm.
You just approved it? Huh? Oh. Hold on a second. I'm approving Elizabeth's post. Quit kicking my lights.
I didn't mean to.
She kicked my lights. There you go. All approved and ready to go. And if you do get a bubble in there, okay, you're talking about, okay. I wasn't sure if you were talking about the recipe that I did or if you got it from somewhere else. If you find that you get, oh no, Elizabeth, you're not. That didn't take 2 seconds. If you find you get a bubble in there, you just literally can take your fingers and sort of work it out. And I sort of like it because you create a different texture and it's stuck all the way around. So, I mean, you're not going to, it's not going to create problems. I'm not done with that.
Yeah. I'm trying to wash them.
And then I always go back through and make sure I get my corners real good. That one's down real good. See this right over here on this edge? It needed a little bit more. Now I did not try. Yes, Elizabeth, you can go through and make it darker with the second coat. And here is a heads up for you too, if you liked that one.
Plus, it's cheap and not sticky.
Yes, it doesn't create that Mod Podge stickiness.
Does Mod Podge create stickiness?
Oh, but Nettie, your cover is really pretty. Yeah, Mod Podge has like a sticky coat to it.
Took me months to figure out a simple cover, and now I laugh about it. Says Nitty.
But Elizabeth, you can use any of your reinkers. It doesn't, I mean, and you can have pink or blue or purple or, whatever color you want. And then, okay, what I did is after I got mine glued down, as I sort of turned it over and just sort of rubbed on it just to make sure, that it sort of got some extra pressure on there. And then I'll just go through and trim the edge. But yeah, I love being able to use the vinyl tablecloth. You get so much of it and it works so great. I mean, for making that little bag, it was perfect. I got glue on my scissors now, so everything's wanting to stick to it. Oh, you're welcome, Nettie. I know you kept trying and trying to come up with an idea, and I probably didn't help because I did mine and it came out. I loved that plain leather look so much. I didn't do anything on top of mine, and I was like, that probably is not helping her much when you don't do anything. It's always bad. You're looking for ideas and nobody has none. Left you all out on your own. Okay, then before I get ready to Mod Podge, I'm going to take my ink and I'm just sort of going to real lightly go over the top because I want to make sure that those, like the wrinkles, are accented. And you'll find that this ink is sort of odd on the vinyl because the vinyl having all the little holes in it. If you know, like the vinyl tablecloths, you know how they are. So you do get sort of a speckled design to it, which I sort of really like because it just sort of has that like old vintage speckle to it. It's really, I'll have to show you in a second when I get done, but especially if like you go over a certain spot a couple times, it like builds up in those little areas and creates almost like a deckled, I'm not sure, not deckled. It's not deckled, speckled. Duh. It's one of those nights.
I just didn't want it to be a pain. Coffee dye paper and brown paper.
Well, it turned out great. You did an excellent job. So that's just inked. So if I don't Mod Podge it over the top, which I mean, you have that option. I want to Mod Podge it because I like that dark tone. I like the darkness that it gives it.
Okay, here you go. They're not going to be sticky anymore.
And I don't do a real thick coat. I'm literally doing it more so to get that sort of wet spotted ink type look to it. Sort of that really, really old yellowy look. And that's where I think when you do this, after you ink it, I'll show you guys in a minute what I'm talking about, but well, I'll show you the difference. Because when the Mod Podge hits it, because it has that water.
Some of the most beautiful covers are the simplest, says Carol.
That is very true.
One damper.
But when you cover it, and I'll sort of show you what I mean. Like, okay, let me hold this up and see if you see. Do you see these spots over here? Hopefully you guys can see. Well, let me try to point that so my fingers left there. These spots right here, so you can see how it's sort of, this spot is. And then like down here, right in here where you can see the spots. So it sort of, when that water hits it, it makes it extend. So you go from like this look to this almost like stained up, really, really stained up look. And I like that. So and I mean, you could, you know, Mod Podge part of it and leave the other. But I really like that. It reminds me of, like, I don't know. I'm not even sure. It reminds me, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like if you go into like really old houses, they have like 1920s, 1930s wallpaper on it. That's what it reminds me of. So there's what it looks like with all of that on it. And so of course I wanted to put this on there. But I don't think I want to put that on there yet. I think I want, yeah. I think I'm going to use some of this pink cheesecloth to put over here. It does. It looks like, yes. Oh, well, hello, Carol's daughter. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How fun. My mom's not on here tonight. Did you send her the link? That's your job, not mine.
She's your mom.
I was busy getting everything ready.
I was busy eating.
Now, I'm not going to let this dry. I'm going to go ahead and, because there's enough stickiness on here that the cheesecloth will. And I'm not going to do it everywhere. I just want to do it part of the way. And I'm going to go over it with the vintage too. I just want the texture out of it is what I'm after. So. And it will create sort of a darker area over that, which will look sort of almost like maybe like they did like a repair patch on it. But yeah, this does remind me of like really, really old vintage wallpaper, which I like because it's so pretty. Of course, I'm easy to please. I'm one of those people that I love color and oh, there's my mom. Well, hi, Deanne. Or are you talking about, Melissa, are you talking about my daughter going, she's your mom? I know, right? It's not my fault, Mom. Lainey didn't send you the link. She was supposed to. I was busy. Yep, I'm pulling up my dried, where I Mod Podge is, where it's dried, it's pulling it up when I hit it. So I'm going to dry a little bit across there and it'll dry. There we go. So there's that. Ooh, I like that. See that texture on there? That's what I'm saying. Use them while you got them, Carol. So I love how that creates that texture. I don't know. Let me see if I can turn it where you guys can see the texture.
I'm not even 20 and I'm already your tech support agent.
Look at that. Yummy.
Yummy.
Okay.
What do you want now?
I don't know. I want something else on there.
Oh, wait. I saw something really pretty. Let me see if I can find it.
What happened to those little white ones?
Yeah, I looked for them.
They're in here. They're like over here somewhere. Hold on, guys. Oh, no. Maybe they're in. No, I think they're in this basket. Yeah, they were over here with the blue.
They're there. How many you want?
I don't know. Give me a couple.
Let me search for more.
No, I don't want. I put 3 in there. I like 3. Then I have these cute little roses that I think would be really pretty, but before I put them on there.
It says hi Dorothy and hi Giggles.
Huh? Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining. I'm just going to add a little bit of accent on here of the blue. So when that Mod Podge hits it, it should sort of liquefy it. Sort of, I don't know. Make it run some, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I'll spray a little teeny tiny bit of water on it and then
Yes, I do, Elizabeth.
Yes, she's very envious, Elizabeth.
I want to make more.
She's like already eyeballing all my metallics that I used last night.
I am, okay?
But I kept her busy today. So she didn't get to play today. Well, really none of us got to play today.
Oh, yeah, jelly.
Yes, we did get jelly, so I canned 12 pints of let's see, what was there? Let's see, 12 pints of dandelion jelly, 12 pints of violet jelly, and then I canned 12 pints of redbud jelly.
Can we show them?
They have to be wiped off still. Oh no, because you can get the redbud jelly. It's really pretty.
Yay.
Because it's that pretty pink color.
Yay.
So that's what we spent our day doing. Oh yeah, some of those metallics last night I was in love with. Oh, I think I'm gonna put this up here. You know what? Oops, I don't want to do that. Let me keep. Well, where'd my rag go? There it is. Yeah, I think I do. Go ahead.
Yeah.
She's so proud of herself. See, there's our red bud. It's not hardened up yet. It's still got a. That's not the red bud. That's a violet.
Well, either way, this one's pretty.
No, the red bud's the prettiest.
No way.
Yes,
Violet.
it is.
Violet's the prettiest for sure.
The red bud's the prettiest. Yes, that rolled rose gold I'm in love with. And I am definitely ordering more.
I'm off to your red bud.
They did not have any more in my Walmart. I didn't go, but my husband did because he had to be out anyway. So he did that. But and this is these were off of a piece of like a wedding veil that
I spent Penny's live stream sorting through my scraps. Hard to believe that I don't have much color.
Sometimes it seems like you think you have more, and then you get looking and you don't realize, maybe you don't have certain colors or.
Yes, Elizabeth, those are jellies to eat. And here's another one.
Yes, there's the red bud. This is my favorite, and it's red bud. Yes, Elizabeth, they are to eat. I can too. I have that to thank because of my mom. My mom may tell you she's not a crafty person, but the lady can up a storm. Okay. And then let me see. Oops. Okay, dandelion jelly to me tastes like a lemon infused honey. Any of your like herbal type jellies have like almost like a honey flavor to them. Now, dandelion tastes like a lemon, like if you infused honey with lemon is what it tastes like. And then, oh, Elizabeth, you're so funny. And then the violet jelly tastes like you infused honey with like an extremely light flower, like a blooming flower. Like it has what you think flowers would taste like if you ate a flower and it was like really sweet and awesome, is what it tastes like. And the red bud jelly tastes, it depends on when you pick them. If you first pick them when your buds first start opening up, it tastes just like almost like a Granny Smith apple jelly. And then if you wait till they're like more in bloom and they're fully open and all that, then you just get like a really nice, like a gala apple type flavor. Look at my mom. My mom loves my jellies. I do all the weird stuff. Yes, rose petal jelly is really good too. Okay, let me. Oh, I got my other brush over here. I'll use it. I just want to accent these roses a little bit more, and they faded a lot with the blue. So I'm going to try, hopefully, brushing my sprays across the. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like how that accents that and sort of makes it stand out a lot. See, I like doing 3, but I almost feel like I need like another one here. I don't know. What do you guys think? I almost think if I put any more on it, it would be too much. I don't know. Too choosy. Do you think I should put more on there? I don't know. I don't really want to overdo it because then it takes away, but I think maybe another one right down here. I don't know, because I should have moved this. If I had moved this over or up a little bit, I could have maybe, I don't know. I think I like that the way it is. Okay. Let's work with that. And then I have this down here. So I'm thinking with that blue, I'm thinking I can spray a little bit on this cheesecloth and put it down here in the corner and have like a blue cheesecloth overlay with just a hint of blue, but not like completely blue. She says as she sprays it completely. Let me grab my dryer real fast. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. Yeah, that's true though. Let me see where the middle split is on it, because let's see. Okay, so my 5.5 is going to hit right here, right to this side, right here. So I'll put another one. I'll put the blue down and then put a blue one on top down here. Or do you think I should just put another blue rose down there? No, I almost think I need some of that texture here to balance out the cover when it's open.
You're using spray?
Huh? You miss me using the spray. She loves me using the spray. She loves the sprays. Yep, I think I have to put this down here. Let's see. Let me sort of see what the blue is going to look like. I don't know. I sort of don't know if I want to take a... Yeah, well, yeah, because the brown will add to it, too. The brown will add the brown color to it, so...
So I have an off-topic question. Could you use those acrylic sprays on jelly plate?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. Like a spray gradient.
You can do it down there if you want to.
I can?
Yeah, don't use any of...
The metallic? The new one?
No, use the 24-pound paper. Don't use that light paper. Get the one that's in the package in the... Unless you want to do long ones. If you want to do really long ones on my bookshelf over there, you know what? Get right here on this one and get some of those card things. There's a ton of cards.
These?
Sorry, guys. She's wanting to craft stuff in the background, too. No. If you open, they're in a box.
Greeting cards?
Yep.
Ooh, cool.
So see, that has just an underlying tone of the blue, but it's not super, super blue.
Ooh.
Let me try to make sure I get this down really good.
I'm going to use your mini mat. Travel. Because I don't want to get it on the floor.
So, well, let me go ahead and trim this side up too while I got it out. Well, I got them out. If I can keep them from sticking, because that Mod Podge is on them now. So I need to clean them up. I hit the corner end of my paper. That's not good.
Do you know where the jelly plate is? I don't actually
Yeah,
know
it's on
where.
my shelf right behind me.
Nice.
See, Elizabeth, you got her pulling out the jelly plate now. You've got her playing. She loves them.
Fun.
Okay, so let me grab one more of those little roses.
How do you have
And you know what? I don't even think I'm going to try doing the ink part on them because I think when I went over them with the blue spray was
Do you know where the brayer is?
enough to really. I think I'll do this one right down here on the corner. Do what?
Do you know where the brayer is? I actually don't know where that's at for once.
I don't know. I had it, so it's probably here. Oops, it didn't stick. It came up. It needs to dry some.
Oh, I found the brayer. Oh, you never cleaned the brayer, Mom.
Yes, I did.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, you did.
Okay, there it went. She's so silly.
Go, girl. Are there different ways to get digital without using PayPal or Etsy?
Are there different ways to get digitals without using PayPal or Etsy?
Public domain image. Public domain. Freebie Friday.
See, Elizabeth said use that dirty brayer. It'll add to your. It'll pull off and add to it. See, tell her. You can get freebies in a lot of groups. So that helps. You can search through Google. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Why did I do that?
What do you do?
It's okay, but I didn't mean to do it. You can search public domain images and find images there. I actually have a project I'm in the middle of working on, and I want to do like a catalog. You have a lot of people that do.
Dirty brayer is okay.
That's what she said. A dirty brayer is okay. You have a lot of people that do.
So jiggly.
Like you have Graphics Fairy, and you have places like that you can buy images from.
I mean, kits from creators. She doesn't want one.
Oh, you mean kits from creators? Ooh.
Giveaways?
And you don't want to go through PayPal or Etsy. So, are you looking for free kits? Is that what? I take it that's what you're looking for, is like free kits. If you're looking for free kits, the best way that you can get free kits or anything like that is if you sort of hit up all the different groups and just sort of see. I need more blue on that. I don't like the amount of blue on there. I want some more intense blue. So,
My blue.
Yeah, just hit up groups and see, what people have, because they may be offering like freebies.
I guess like giveaways.
Yeah, like giveaways, and things like that. Now, mine on Sunday, I'm doing the word of the day, the Sunday word of the day. Oh, thanks, honey. If on Sunday I do the word of the day, if you create a design, and it can be anything, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's just a little tag, or anything, and you post your picture of it, then I'm going to do a random drawing, and whoever gets their name drawn will get a free kit. The kit of their choice out of my store. But yeah, if you want free kits, I would say, yeah, just sort of look through there. I know there's some groups that you can find. I love those blue roses. I think it just added just I don't want to touch it anymore. I have to dry it because I'm not doing anything else to it because I like it the way it is. And if you keep touching it, it just you can mess up a good thing. Do what? But yeah, that's what I would do is get on Facebook. And do you do? Yeah, I know you do Facebook because you're in my group. Do Facebook. There are a couple groups that you can get that do a lot of type freebies. I will. Nettie, just remind me, or I'll do a post in the group of some of my favorite places that you can get like freebies. Now, like Tracy Fox does some. Of course, Andrea Artie Mays does some. Of course, G. Kerr has a new Facebook group called Happiness is Crafting. She does free stuff in hers. There is, I think it's TLC Printables that does a lot of things in there. The only thing with there is if you're going to use it for your own use, that's fine. But you have to be careful because I'm not sure everything she uses is kosher to use in a journal that you're selling. So I know there's another one that just opened that I seen today where I seen like several different kits pop up. Let me see if I'll pull it up real fast while I'm doing this. Let's see. The name of it is, let's see. Because it's right here in my little thing. I just have to find it. Hold on. I can't do two things at once like that because I'll end up dropping something. I tell you what, Nettie, if you give me like till tomorrow or so, give me a little bit of time, I'll make a list and post it to you. Or I'll private message it. Private message it to you. These little things take a little bit longer to dry because I have the thickness of them and they, with the applique, they suck up all that moisture, everything else. Yes, I really, really like this. I love this one. Well worth the time. And I will make sure I scan this. And when I scan it, I'll scan it in high quality. And post it to the group. So if you want to print it out, you can use it. And I'll make a scan. I'll do another one like the base that I did for this with the text and the music and the different colors and all that. And scan it in. This one over here is just, I think, I got most of these. I think these last two right here are a little moist because that one hasn't had as long to dry. Oh, Nettie, you're sweet. Well, no, I know how it is if you're out there looking for something and you can't. And there are certain times, you just may not have the extra cash to do it. That's why I try to do freebies every so often, or at least, do something. Now, I know that I have, I don't know, 380 something the last time I looked. I'm not sure what it is now. Members in my Facebook group. When I reach 500, I am making a specific kit that is going to be for the group when I hit 500 that I will release on there that is a freebie kit for everybody. And it'll be a full kit, not just like, 3 or 4 pages or whatever and all of that. So hopefully that'll help.
I think you need like a tech support Tuesday.
Hold on. Or I guess you can put it down there. I just had to wipe this. I don't know why I handed it to her to hold, and I didn't need her to hold it. I just needed her to put it down.
I just dry my paint with it. I'm awesome with it.
So there's our final. I love it. I mean, I think adding these roses just offset it. Now I want to do one just like this, but I want to do the pink roses and then do yellow and do one in each color to sort of pull it out, because it's, you know, there's the blue, the pink, and the yellow. So I think if I do blue and then I do one with pink and then do one with yellow, it would be so pretty. But yeah, this looks like very old wallpaper, and I'm trying, let me see if I can hold it to where you guys can see the texture on it.
How's Grandma holding up?
Can you see the texture? Look at that texture. It's like it's embossed. I love it. And then all the way around, you can see where they look like they're all embossed. I love when it has texture. And then this one has, like, because it has all of this like mesh around it, it almost makes it look like you patched the wall with it. It's so cute. I love it. But I will scan this and pull it through. I love these colors. It came out perfect. I love that. Let me set this to the side. Let's see what time is it. Okay, it's just 10. Okay, and pull out my next one. Let's see. Hand me. No, I want my book that's out of there. Let me grab some
Mozart.
I'm grabbing some really, really vintage pages. Oh, I have some overspread too. And then just some regular ones. Oh, well, thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Mom. I have all that stuff already. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to do all with my white Mod Podge for the base, and then I'll do brown as one final coat at the end. And it's a good thing to use like all of these little, you know, we have these little vintage book pages and stuff like that are really, really weak that almost, you know, you can't really use them for anything because they're so, that has some blue left in it. It'll show through, but it won't be too bad. You know, they're just too fragile to use. And I'm going to put this out a little bit so hopefully the didn't have all that corner on it. I'm just going to randomly stick some of these down. In different places on the bottom, and then I'll, wow, it helps if you know, add glue on the bottom for it to stick. I got ahead of myself. I got excited about doing it. Okay, so some of those. So let's grab some of this lighter page. Is everybody still out there? It's awful quiet. Or is everybody doing stuff?
I'm surprised Catherine's not listening to Finding Nemo again.
I don't think she's on here yet. I think she's probably dealing with her kiddos. And it's just 8 o'clock at her house.
Oh.
I like when you guys chat. It makes me feel like I'm not alone talking to myself.
I'm here.
Well, you know, you don't count though. You're here all the time. Believe it or not, I have 4 teenagers and they're all at that stage that they can be in the house and you don't even know they're here because they're off in their own corners ignoring you and everybody else. Well, she tends to still be at 14. She's still under feet sometimes, but it's only when I'm usually trying to get something done.
Normally. Or when there's food.
Ooh, there you go, Nettie. You've got till midnight. I was going to do a draw at 10:30. I need to go on there and see if anybody actually submitted a picture. If they don't, then I will extend it and do the draw tomorrow because I'm not sure anybody put a picture on there or if anything that they did. And you have to submit a picture. I know a couple of people wrote quotes, wrote their word for the day. What if you follow directions, the directions say that it's the word of the day and to make something and post your picture. Go in my group and see if anybody put anything on there. Let's see. I'm going to use some of this like greeny yellow color, I think.
Yeah, it's only been like 5 minutes. I already got paint all over my hands.
You got paint all over your hands? Nice.
Naturally.
It's Elizabeth's fault. It's all Elizabeth's fault.
Where do I have to go to see that? Your group?
Into my Facebook group.
Done by Dorothy?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Nettie, if you don't, it's going to be something I'm going to do every Sunday. So every Sunday, technically, you have a chance to get a free kit. And I've got 5 kits right now that I have to get posted.
No, nobody's posted anything.
Nope, nobody's posted anything.
I think it'll show up in the comments, yeah?
There's 3 comments. Yep, they've put really cute quotes.
Do you want me to go in the comments and like post like expansion? Different time, more time.
No, just leave it. It's fine.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing it every Sunday, so that gives you a chance. But yeah, I have 4 or 5 kits I'm getting ready to load onto Etsy. Did you post it under the comment? Yeah, it has to say friendship. It's about the word of the day. So whatever the word of the day is what it needs to include. So like technically, if you like took a piece of paper on it and took a picture with the word friendship laying on top of it, it would count because it has the word.
Real quick.
You just lay the piece of paper on there and make it look like that it had friendship on it, and it has to be in that comment underneath there. But that's it. I mean, there's not a lot of restrictions or anything to it. I'm trying to leave it pretty open just to sort of, let's do, I can fix that. There you go. Go on there and put the winner will be chosen at, on Monday. And we'll just extend it till Monday since nobody did it. And if somebody happens to pop something on there today, tonight, or before 10:30 tomorrow when I do it, I'm not really worried about that even because, I mean, if nobody cares, then, whoever put their time and effort into doing it, then that counts. I'll just do the draw on Monday. That'll give people pretty much Sunday and Monday to do it.
I'm too impatient for this. It takes long for feature. Oh, but it's not 10:30.
I know, you just almost got in there, didn't you? I know. That's what Elizabeth does, is just cause all kind of trouble. See, what else do I want to put in here?
That's my dangerous game with that Mod Podge right there.
Well, I'm trying to find something to put in here. Hand me that.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Okay.
I still have 12 minutes. Do it, Elizabeth.
Well, you better hurry. You're so funny. We just changed the rules. We're not including any Elizabeths. No Elizabeths can put their name in the draw. I'm just joking, you guys. I'm teasing Elizabeth. I'm not serious.
Just say Catherine. Half of your people will be gone.
There, yeah. I'll just exclude all Catherines. There's like 5 of them.
6 of them.
Look at Nettie's like, I'm going to... Oh, you're fine, Carol. Did you get to see? Oh, you got to see the final one, didn't you? Did you get to see the final? The final one we did of the blue one. It turned out so pretty. Let's see. I'm going to use some of the blue too. Okay. Hi, Arlene. How are you?
Arlene, who?
Arlene.
Hello, Arlene.
Arlene. I met Arlene on, let's see, whose channel was it? I don't know. Let me think. Is it Mary? Mary Eller. I don't know. She's always on in the morning. I'm in the morning and I'm half asleep and I know what channel it is and I go there, but to tell you the name of it, I'm not going to be able to think of it off the top of my head because I'm always half asleep when I go on there. I think is where it was. She'll correct me and let me know. I think, is that where it was? It's either there or Tanya's or Lisa's. And it could be any of those three. Because I watch all three of those. Lisa, My Eclectic Life, and Tanya, I do, and Mary. Those are some of the ones I try to hit up if I'm on. I try to hit. So it could be any of those three, and I'm not going to try to remember which one it was. Because the world is so big. Okay, Arlene, what channel is it? You'll have to put it up there because I'm old and
Can't use that. It's excuse, Mom.
I'm old and I don't remember. I'm not super old, but I still don't remember. Let's see. Sorry, I'm so loud. Sorry. She's being loud over here. Ooh, I got a spot for you. And okay, I don't really play by rules. I don't have like, oh, this is what I do or this is how I do this. You know me, I'm sort of random. Throw it on there, glue it down. If it doesn't work, then just do something a little different the next time. And that's sort of my mantra. And but when I do these, pretty much what I do is try to just make sure whatever color it is doesn't touch itself. So I just randomly try to move them around. So like here I have this. There's some music there too. Let's see, in green and blue. So I'm going to use just some of the tea dyed. Somebody, oh, well, I didn't see that. I don't have time to go look at that right now. I'm not sure I've seen that. Somebody posted something needing approval. I wonder who that was.
Maybe the Catherine,
No, it's not. It was Elizabeth.
I know.
Gosh, these aggravating people just continually try to add things in the middle of my thing and expect me to run over there and check and see what it is. Did you put it as a comment?
She did.
If you put it, you only have to, let's see, you only have to request approval if you're posting a post. Nice. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about these little spots. I am going to put something over here. Choose this teeny tiny bit of music on the other side here just to sort of.
I like them.
Oh, look at you. Look at her cheat and put that little friendship road on there. I seen that.
Hers are so much better than mine. Mine suck.
Elizabeth, we need to get together and do some swaps. I'll swap you something for some prints. How's that? That's it exactly. That is why. For once, finally, after all these years, she said that's why I had you 14 years ago. Yeah, if you have something you need or you see something I have that you want, Elizabeth, send me a message. I'll swap you for some of your prints.
I'll swap it for some of the prints.
Listen, Lainey's like, I'll swap my mom's stuff for her prints too.
I'll just take your stuff at night and just ship it off to her.
I don't know. Did you hear her, Elizabeth? She said she's gonna take my stuff at night and ship it off to you.
Hack your computer and send her digitals.
Well, I just haven't ventured out. Oh, are you? You need to make digitals of them and put them in an Etsy shop or whatever. Girl, you can sell those and be able to buy more paint or stencils. Yeah, because those aren't cheap no matter where you buy them from. At least not where I've been looking. They're not. I mean, if you find them on sale, it really helps. Let's see. What do we have here? Oh, I want to put some more tea-dyed paper in here. Do you guys want to know how old I am?
She's 40. She's 46.
I am not. I'm not that old.
You lying. You lying.
I am not. I was born in 76. I will be 44 years old this year. And no, I'm not all that old, but sometimes it feels like it. But I had 4 kids. I had my oldest son who's
13-year-old.
I had my oldest son in 2001 and then turned around in 2003 and had a set of twins and then turned around and had my brat child over here in 2005. So in a 4-year time period, I had 6 kids. 4 kids.
I don't have a twin brother, I don't think.
Basically, you know.
Lots of kids.
So, yes, I feel like I'm old and worn sometimes. But my husband's 55, so
56,
I think.
Mom. 56.
Oh, yeah, he's 56 this year.
He's
wow.
Your husband, get it right.
He's 56 this year. Oh, I don't want that there. I already have that there. Let's put this up here.
Yeah. No, that one didn't work out.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll put a tea-dyed in the middle. Nope, I can put this page over here in the middle of there. Like in the bottom, and then tea-dyed in the top. I love Arlene's thing. She's like, wait, you said what? Okay. There's a few little holes,
The
but
trouble with digitals is that you don't have this
sparkle of the real thing. Yep, I totally understand.
Add giggles.
I understand that.
You got me women driving crazy with me, Mom.
Who wants her? I'll ship her off.
I go.
She's been wanting to go to Australia, Carol. You need. I know, my brat child is. She's the only art one of the bunch. Carol, do you need some help? I'll ship her to you. She's been wanting to go to Australia for about 4 years.
Well, about 14.
So I can send her to you. You need some help?
I go.
You don't even have to pay her, just feed her. Oh, look, Elizabeth wants her. But she's going to make you her art slave.
I'm not for action.
She's going to make you her art slave.
Oh my god. I'm not for
She
action.
would love that. She's going to lock you in her art loft and not let you out.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
You can be the demon of the art loft. It has to have the word friendship somewhere on it, but it can be friendship related, and you can just write the word friendship by hand on a label or something and throw on there. You can freehand that on there. Look at Elizabeth. She just threw some on there and tried to play off like it works.
It does.
But technically, it does.
You never said they couldn't.
Okay. Let me trim her up.
You know, when I was walking to the kitchen to get my chili, I was, well, normally.
Really?
Oh, sorry.
Mrs. Chatter, she's over talking about this and that and the other. She forgets the mic's on and you guys can hear her. Oh, would she? She would. You know, that is one thing. You wouldn't have to worry about that. This girl does not know a stranger and gets along with everybody except her sister. But I think that's like mandatory. There you go. You could have 2 tech sports. We would really expect a lot from you then, Carol.
You expect so much of Carol. I have 2 textbooks.
We're going to send you over there for her.
Oh, God. You're going to trade me off a digital.
I'll just put her in a box and send her over there like, what Disney show was it where they packed the person in the box and sent them? Was that Cool Runnings?
Yep.
If you guys ever see the show Cool Runnings, where it was an old Disney show it's been on a while ago.
Still on, I think.
And they packed the one Olympic guy up and shipped him in a box so he could get to the Olympics. That's what we'll do to her. We'll just pack her up in a box and
Send me off.
send her over. Okay, I'm going to use like some brown cheesecloth that I have. I really like I like having the texture on there. I think that's my big thing. And I tend to go in series, like, you know, I'll do so many of this and so many of that, and then I'll switch to the next thing. So apparently, like, adding cheesecloth to them is my thing right now. Tonight is the add cheesecloth part. I'll act like I made that for real.
The cheesecloth club.
Instead of just coming up with it at the last minute. No. Just doing it live right now. Going, oh, well, cheesecloth would look really good on it. I do like how it adds. I like when you look at it, like even when you tilt it sideways and stuff, that you get that texture off of it is just really nice. And this one, I like with the blue and the green on it. I thought I would.
No! I'm going to be there.
There you go, Carol. I'll send her.
2-day shipping.
2 days shipping. Good luck. You're going to go slow boat.
It'd be like off Madagascar when they shipped all the animals off.
There you go.
Be the hippo.
Really? You're so funny.
Mm-hmm. I try so hard to be.
She thinks it's a comedy club night, not a crafting night.
You gotta put some comedy in here with all your.
I will, Carol. I'll ship her off to you.
Joetta's gonna fight her for it.
Yeah, I bet she would.
Joetta would straight up fight her for it.
Okay. A bit of that dry. I'm gonna get a little piece to put, maybe a little piece here and a little piece. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Silly me. She would be excited. Oh, for anybody on here that was here, let's see, what night was it? Was it the Pajama Party Friday? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. That if you, I had some of the ones that wanted certain envelopes because we made envelopes, and I said I would mail them off to.
I have what?
Oh, get out!
No.
Oh, Carol, you need to load pictures and send it.
They also sleep all the time. Well.
Oh, you seriously need to take a picture and post it on the group. We adore koalas.
You sleep a lot.
Yeah, they sleep like, what is it, like 23 hours or
Yeah.
22 hours out of the day. They're up like 2 hours a day or something like that.
Yeah, to eat.
Is what they say. Now, that's if they're in zoos and stuff. I'm not sure. We have them in our zoos, Carol. Does that count?
We have.
Of course, you guys have them so much, they probably become irritating at times, don't they? And they make...
Don't they just sleep all day?
No, but when they do make weird
Don't they
noises.
squeal?
Yeah, they like it.
They sound like a dead cat. A dead cat, I don't know why.
That's gross. Dead cats don't make sounds.
Ever heard a cat die?
Oh, look, she's gonna... I love koalas. I think they're so cute. Not that, I mean, But you probably think deers and stuff like that's cute, and they're aggravating here because there's so much everywhere.
Turkeys.
Yes, yes, yes. I like it. Okay. I gotta dry this now. Yeah, hand me my gun.
Sorry. There. Loud.
Huh?
Loud.
Yeah. That's what I seen as they get really loud. And I like kangaroos too.
Oh, Dewey.
I know, Melissa. Wouldn't that be awesome? Okay, Nettie, post your picture. I'm trying to read comments and craft. Who all's here? Roll call. I know Carol's here, and Elizabeth is here, and Melissa's here, and Nettie's here, and I know my mom's lurking. Probably. She's probably lurking somewhere.
Doing his Scrabble and listening to you.
She's probably doing a puzzle book.
Sudoku.
My mom does puzzle books all the time. That's her favorite thing.
Here.
Yay, Melissa's here. Okay, that's mostly dry enough that I can trim it. Oh, in the neighborhood. Oh, that's cool. Kangaroos and wallabies. My mom and dad, now I don't know if they're still there. They used to be. My mom could tell you for sure.
Yeah, we hear them all the time.
Yeah. At grandma's and my mom's. In my dad's house, they have a neighbor who actually raises like wallabies that get injured and
They're
rehabilitation of like wallabies and stuff that get hurt. And, you know, like people buy them and, you know, think they're going to raise them. And, you know, then once they get them, they realize maybe that wasn't such a bright idea. Okay. Did you give me the hardback book? It's under the cutter.
There you go.
Oh, yes, ladies. Oh, no, I don't want to do that because if I put those on there, I can't scan those and reuse those. Hold on, let me grab my tray.
Rescue, yes.
Rescue, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, dear.
Oh, wait, rehabilitate is when they bring them in and try to get them, like, all situated to go back out.
I know what I'll use on this. Now you guys are going to get to see my adventurous size because I've never tried this, so I don't know if it'll work. But my husband got me a dozen roses for Valentine's Day, and I left them on the stems and I let them dry. So they're like completely dry now. So I want to try to use some of the petals on some of my pages because they have that pretty...
I'm in the bulbs, however, I'm near acreage as well, so there's a lot of
bushland around us.
Which is why I have...
Oh, nice.
It's all done, Pew, says Nettie.
Well, thank you, Nettie. So I thought I wanted to try to see, and I've never tried it, and I'm not sure how it'll work, but they are completely dry, so there's not any water in them. So I'm thinking, I don't want to, that because I'm mod podging them, that it'll actually seal them, so they won't have air to them. So I don't think they'll be like mold or anything like that because they're sealed underneath of it. So that is my thought. Now we will see. Oh, let me put the leaves over here. And they were so pretty.
Yeah, I hope it works.
He brought me home a dozen roses and a big box of chocolates
And
that came in this heart that, of course, I took off the box and kept the crushed red velvet from because, you know, can anybody say boho? Hello. So
I did not hear my mother say boho hello.
And then I even kept some of the leaves because, you know, why not if I might be able to use them. I thought worst case scenario, I could take the rose petals and crush them up and like put them in like a sachet to include like in a flower journal or a rose journal. But I thought I would try this. So we will try it together. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work and life moves on. So It wouldn't be the first time something hasn't worked. Hopefully it will. I'm hoping it'll. I may have to put my Mod Podge down and let it dry a little bit and keep rubbing it for a while because it doesn't want to adhere down. I'm wondering if I use Fabri-Tac to hold it. No, it's going. It's just going to take a little bit. It's just, it has to wait for the Mod Podge to get sort of tacky. Awesome, Nettie. Well, how exciting. I will have to definitely check it out.
Did she put it in the comments?
Yes, you put it in the comments.
I'm going to check it out before
Uh-oh,
you do.
she's off. This one little end over here is sort of stuck up on the end. So I'm going to trim it off a little bit because I don't want it sticking up and not, you know, being where it'll catch later and won't attach.
I like it.
It did. Now we'll see if it dries. Oh, wow, Nettie, that's so cute. Let me see if I can pull it up and show you guys. It is cute. Look. Hopefully I won't reflect. Oh, that's light where she took her. I'm trying to get it where it won't.
Let me turn down some lights.
That looks so cute. And then hold on. I'll go back and show you Elizabeth. Hey, are those your feet, Elizabeth?
Indeed.
I see Elizabeth's feet.
Woohoo.
Look at her gel prints, guys. Now that woman is talented. Let me. Oopsie. Cute. Elizabeth, you know what this screams to me? Oh, you know what this one right here screams to me? A Christmas album.
Which one?
And it reminds me of or if you were making a quilt album or a quilt journal, it looks like a Christmas quilt. Nettie, they're so cute. Everybody give a round of applause for Nettie and Elizabeth. Okay, I gotta get these flowers on here. I do like how they're, I'm hoping I'm trying to make sure I get them all the way down because I don't want any air underneath of them. How cool is that, you guys? You guys both did really good. Okay, guys, now let's think about all the flowers we have out in our garden, in our yards, on the trees, all that kind of thing. Well, there you go, Nettie.
Go Neds.
Yeah, you do have to sort of give these a minute. You can't just like, you know, Mod Podge over it like you do paper. You really do have to give it a minute and keep brushing and combing it down.
I feel super special to get something.
I seen that. You're so sweet, Nettie. That's okay. I'll show anything. I'm just.
I wish I could be as good as Ned's. I don't look good.
Yeah, I actually like that.
I got those too. I messed the T up because I had to write it inverted for it to pick up.
I like that pink one.
That one's.
So it is. They are pulling up a little bit, but I'm hoping as it dries, because I put it on the bottom and then put it on the top. I think it's gonna.
I like my off print more than anything else.
Gonna hold, and I think I'm just gonna use part of this one. I think because of the blue in the background, it just really sort of pulls that purple out really good. That's sort of. And I never tried this before, and I thought, well, I'm going to keep these and see. And I mean, I was thinking I could put it, you know, in journals and that kind of stuff, or, you know, in paper. Oh, thank you, Carol. Loved getting to visit with you and your daughter. Thanks for being here.
Toodles.
Come back any day. Yep, go feed them peoples.
Have fun. Be safe.
Yep, be safe, stay healthy and happy, and have a great day. I do feel like I'm making a mess, though. The messes are good. Some of the best creations come from messes. You're welcome, Carol. That one sort of broke into little pieces, so I'm going to put the little pieces on it later. Let's just put this petal down. It is going down really good. Okay, honest opinion, who's surprised that the flowers are staying on?
Me.
Oops, that one was staying good till I brushed over it. And it's going to be really cool because I can scan this, and then those roses are forever around as a memory.
It's pretty. I'm not, says Melissa.
I was surprised that they stayed down. Because a lot of times if you get stuff, especially like, items that are technically three-dimensional, they just don't want to adhere and stay down. Okay, let me move on and put some of the leaves down because, it wouldn't be a flower if it didn't have a leaf. Now, I don't know how these will because they tend to dry out a lot more than flowers do because their moisture content's a lot lower. So I'm hoping the moisture in the Mod Podge will be enough to sort of...
Don't know if that's a compliment to yourself or not.
No, she's not surprised that they stuck.
Mm.
Oops, it broke. I almost feel like I should spray the leaves with just a tad bit of water. Which, I mean, there's glue in the Mod Podge, so, I mean, or maybe, they may not stick as good. It doesn't seem like they want to stick, but I'm going to let him sit there and get a little tacky and take up some of that glue. I'm going to do the same thing. Ooh, this guy's got all kinds of orangey in him when he turned. I'm going to sort of brush my Mod Podge on the top and then on the bottom of it so it can sort of suck up that glue. It's going to help it stick, but that's also going to add enough moisture out of that that'll maybe it won't be so as dry and crispy. Yeah, I love how the roses are staying on. Now let's go over here and see how this guy did. Oh yeah, now he's starting. It acts like he wants to go down some. So that really helped coating him with glue and letting him... I don't know why I'm saying it's a he. I have no idea, guys.
Does it give all masculine vibes?
It's a rose. It should be a girl.
Glue down and almost anything will stick. It looks pretty.
I know, that's true. That is true. Enough glue will make anything stick. This one's gonna be still a little crunchy. He may be too crunchy. He may have been too far gone. Okay, I'm gonna let him set a little more. You know that what may work a little bit better on these? Well, there you go, Nettie. See, and that's how I do. I do a lot better if I'm like thinking, okay, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because I overthink things. I overanalyze and I overthink things. And, well, this looks good. Yeah, but this looks good. But that looks good. But this looks good. You know, and sometimes you just go, okay. That's why sometimes I'll laugh and I'll say during my videos, and you'll hear me go, oh, just throw some glue down and throw it down. Because I found if I throw glue and I put it down, then you're stuck. And when I do that, my first impulse is usually where I end up going at the end anyway. But I spend, 45 minutes getting there trying to decide what I want to do. Okay, they're starting to stick some. They just have to sort of, I think, get some moisture in themselves so they want to lose that stiffness. Yeah, Elizabeth, I think the blue adds just enough with the pink and the sort of, lavendery colors too. I think it adds just enough pop of color. Oh, good night, Arlene. Have a great evening. Thanks for stopping by. I will try to see you in the morning. Yeah, see, Nettie, that's what I do too. So you might try, just put glue down and go. I find, especially if you're using I don't know what kind of glue you use, just put some glue down and force yourself to go. And then you don't have that time to sit and wonder, what or how you want to do it. You just have to react and go.
What time is it?
I should take all of these roses and do different backgrounds and create like a whole set, like a 10-page kit thing or something, and call it like the Kit of Love or some totally crazy like that. Where's my dragon?
Womp.
I'm going to try drying this, hoping this sort of tacks it down a little more and just sort of. Thank you, Melissa. I think so. Just got to be careful touching it because it will come up while it's all gooey and drying. Okay. Trying to adhere that in that glue. Okay. What's your favorite color, Nettie? What theme or color are you working on? The what? No, you don't use them on that. You just shake it and then put the plastic things on it. Okie dokie.
Shake, shake.
There we go.
Shake, shake.
Yeah, I love how the purple draws in with the blue. And I like with the leaves because it almost makes it look like it's a rose by itself, even though it's a petal. Which was sort of my thought. Ultramarine blue. So you just like blues and ultramarine blue, blues, turquoise, and purple. I'll have to see what I have. I may have some stuff, Nettie, if I do. Yep, I'm happy with it. So, we have this one, which is like, to me, is a very pastel, very sort of more modern-y, but vintagey looking at the same time. I know. I am just shocked. The roses did great. And I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I'll try to hold it up. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see over here where the cheesecloth was. Let me see if I can. Do you see in the rows and stuff where it actually pulled up the grid from there? You can really see it. It pulled up the grid from the cheesecloth, which is pretty cool. So there's that one, which is pretty. I need to trim this side up a little bit though. Some little stragglers over here. I mean, that to me is pretty just to use as a page. I like it. And then there's this one. And I love this one. I like them both. I mean, they're totally different. And this one's really pretty, especially with the roses on it. Most of that stayed on. I mean, it's sort of hard and crunchy. Which is fine. I mean, if it doesn't... Yeah, because I'm using it for a master board. So when I scan it, it's not going to matter. You know, but it did seal those leaves in. So what I may do next time is, you know, use like a silicone baking sheet or parchment paper, glue my leaves really good, lay them out, you know, and stretch them out flat on a silicone sheet. And then after they dry, pull them off so they're already flat, they're already coated. And then I could just use like Fabri-Tac or something like that to stick them down just because it would be easier to do. So I'm thinking about using all my rose petals and, you know, on a silicone sheet, just Mod Podge them all. They're ready to go. So once they're Mod Podged and they're sealed, I mean, you could use them on clusters. You could use them, you know, on a tag or anything without having to use Mod Podge over them. They'd just be ready to go. So I will get these put in the scanner and scan these through and get them loaded. In the Facebook group, I'll make an album and it'll have Bless This Mess. Isn't that funny? But anyway,
come to conclusion. It looks better when folded.
Then I'll do an album that says Bless This Mess master pages. And I like doing pages more because, I mean, the boards are great and all that, but I like doing pages because that's what I deal with. So making pages works for me because, you know, this is what I want to use. Now, if I wanted just to cut it up, I have some big magazines that I'm going to use. I'll have one big magazine and stuff that I'll be showing tomorrow in my cookbook video, because I got my kit from Morris Cookbooks and there's a ton of stuff in there. So I will be showing that tomorrow, but that will premiere. I don't know if I'll premiere. I may just do a live for that at 8:30 instead of premiering it at 7. So we'll see. So I sort of like doing the evenings better. It works for me with my husband and everything. It works better me doing the lives in the evenings than doing the premieres. So it sort of takes a little bit less pressure off of me and lets me be able to do more things. So, but I will post these in the group. I will scan them in. I will try to get them in like here, like as soon as we get done. It doesn't take me very long to do. So you guys have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in with us and for being here. Enjoyed being with you all. And you guys make sure you have a good night and I hope you have a great week. And we will see you later. Stay healthy, stay safe. And thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys. Here. You have to end it twice. There you go.